Hello, good morning America, good morning Europe, actually it's afternoon in Europe, and good afternoon Africa, good afternoon Asia, probably good evening Antarctica. So I'm broadcasting from Paris, France for the third time, but this time I'm not going to talk about the coronavirus, but I'm going to talk about my personal life. Something that God wants me to address today since I left the United States in 2012 to campaign the Pyramid Project and climate change to Europe. Basically, God wants me to inform you, to let you know of the danger I have been facing. But before I start there, God has given me the authorization to reveal to America, to California, to my brothers and sisters in California, that the burning fire which has been devastating houses and forests is not natural. I mean, natural is not. It is man-made, meaning that the person God had showed me in the dream responsible for it is a politician. This politician has has interest in crime, so he's giving people instruction so they burn California and make it look like it is climate change, because people won't need to believe that climate change is causing the burning. God say that is not true. And this revelation is a warning to that person, so he knows or she knows that no longer God is tolerating the behaviors of trying to kill Bernard Christian Magnongui while he's trying to help humanity understand the science beyond climate change and the pyramid. And then at the end of this talk, I will bring a second revelation God wants me to share with America. Fast and Furious, what was the original plan? You will hear that at the end of the video, because I want you to hear the full video. Since I left the United States in 2012 to campaign for the Pyramid Project and climate change in Europe, I have been stalked by a brother, an African brother. President Barack Hussein Obama has been stalking me. What is the motivation? What is the goal? What is the purpose? We will find out. So I just want you to be very considerate, respectful, to pay attention to what I'm saying, not because I want to put somebody in trouble, not because I want to accuse somebody, you may think so, but I'm saying something that I lived as an experience, and why I'm pointing the finger to President Barack Hussein Obama as the person beyond many of the attempt coup against my life here in Europe, from France, Switzerland, Germany, Holland, and now France again. And he is also the person who has given instruction to the people he has control of at the French embassy in Paris not to allow me to return to the US. It started in 2014 during my first attempt to ask for a return visa while I overstayed in France due to sickness. I contracted 2 viruses, but it wasn't yet at the time. It wasn't diagnosed yet. It took like 2 or 3 years for the doctor to finally find out what was messing up my immune system, and I was hospitalized in Germany for that. Many of you know of it. And so he has been, and recently on the 5th of August, I went back to the US Embassy to ask for a return visa because my sickness has been taken care of along with the coronavirus. The sickness I was talking about to the consul at the embassy of the US in Paris was 2 viruses, but he said it's not a sickness. But when somebody is hospitalized for 1 week and someone is losing his immune system, it's not sickness. So he said, I cannot grant you the return to the United States at this time. But before that, in the dream, I had God telling me, you are going to the embassy. But remember, Barack Obama has already put people over there waiting for you. But I want you to go for the record. So I did. I went there, hoping to return quickly and discuss the cure against COVID-19 to the people of America, hoping to return and heal my brothers and sisters who have been struggling after the recovery with COVID-19 with an ancient science. The consular decided, no, I have no right to return because the law should be applied. I overstayed more than the time limit. It did not take into consideration my letter signed to President DonaldJ.Trump, which he responded through the federal government, who sent me a letter with a new case number for my immigration visa. The consular at the US Embassy in Paris did not consider all of this. Only thing he said, I can allow you to return to the US. Again, the hand of Barack Hussein Obama was present. God said, that's all right. That is life. So, why am I doing this video? Because enough is enough. Silence does not mean weakness. Silence does not mean that I have nothing to say when somebody tries to hurt me. But silence means I'm listening to God, asking Him, which step should I do to get these things done by your way? So, since I've been in Europe, like I said, they attempted to my life several times, and I filed police reports in different countries I have been living. And despite all the police reports I filed, there was never an intention to follow up with me, because I had always mentioned President Barack Hussein Obama, and people could not understand why would he want you to die? Why would he want you to be killed by using people is a contact in Europe who are doing the dirty job, and he looks innocent? I said, because I have an history with President Barack Hussein Obama. The history is the following. In 2009, when he got elected, he invited the nation to write him and share ideas how to improve and resolve the recession the country was going through. And being a resident of the United States, grateful for what I have learned and gained from the country, America, I asked the permission from God if it was okay to share with him about new energy. I mean, there's a new form of energy I was aware of, and God was preparing me to learn more about it at that time. So I replied to the invitation from the Commander-in-Chief of that time, President Barack Hussein Obama. In my letter, I offer him solution to reducing crime in school and improving the grade of children in school, through a book I wrote titled The Power of Musical Sound, How Music Affects Our State of Mind, Health and Society. So I invited him to look at music as a way to solve the problem in school for children. And the second one was about the new form of energy the United States should be looking at for the next survival. So despite all my letters sent to President Barack Hussein Obama at that time, he never replied officially. However, he used many times his State of the Union or his talk at the Rose Garden at the White House, using some certain phrases of my letters or certain concept of what I've sent, like harnessing energy, to tell me, I receive your input, thank you very much. Or, it was encouraging that I could hear him saying things that I mentioned in my letter. So I keep on sharing with him, and then I stopped. Eventually, in 2011, I was blessed by God to learn about the science behind the pyramid and the link to climate change. It was in Seattle, in my sleep. God, or the Spirit of Truth, the Holy Ghost, coming in the form of an angel, took me outside of my body, and we flew from America to Egypt inside of the Pyramid of Giza. There, I was given certain instruction, and when I wake up, I knew God was inviting me to investigate the science behind the pyramid. So I did, with God's help eventually. I found there was a breakthrough that could help scientists around the world, scientists in the United States, to have a different approach to the pyramid as was known before. So, as I compiled all the scientific evidence pointing to the pyramid as scientific instruments in resolving climate change, God instructed me for the third time or the fourth time to invite President Barack Hussein Obama and inform him about the breakthrough. So I sent again letters, always recommend as a delivery confirmation to the president. He didn't answer. My letter to him was very simple. There is a breakthrough that might interest the US government, especially the scientific community in the US, and I would like you to help make the connection with them so I can pass on the basic of this knowledge, because this is what I believe God is asking me to do. Unfortunately, President Barack Hussein Obama did not answer my letter. However, I noticed that I was being stalked, probably the Secret Service. That was in Seattle, Washington. I used to live in Snohomish. So there was a lot of things going on around my life. And I knew it was because of the letter regarding climate change and the pyramid I sent to President Barack Hussein Obama. To protect my life, I extend the invitation to university professors, governors, foundation, and some world leaders except China and Russia at that time. So, and then there was no still a reply, because even the US as a country was not helping. The news media, Fox News, CNN, ABC News, all of them received my invitation to discuss about this breakthrough in science, and unfortunately no one came to offer me an interview to tell me, can we discuss about it, can you tell us more about it? No, I was left alone. So, danger was closing in my life. Now be aware that before leaving the United States, God allowed me to work for a private military company in Seattle, Washington. The boss at the company was well known at the White House because he was a contractor, a private contractor for the US government, but for the military. This I won't say much because part of I need to keep the confidentiality of my work no matter what. But I'm bringing this out because at that employment before leaving for Europe, I wanted to continue to draw the attention of President Barack Hussein Obama. So I have confidently given some information to the boss at the private military company for the US government to contact the White House. He said he was going to do what he could. The next days, his behavior toward me changed. So I knew they might have told him something else about me. And I knew my life was in danger. So God eventually had already planned to ask me to travel to France to meet President François Hollande and ask for his support in this project. So I came to France. I wrote to President François Hollande. The first time there was no answer. The second time there was no answer. And then I heard President Hollande traveled to the United States, invited by President Barack Hussein Obama. When he returned from his journey to the United States, 6 months after I was already in France and I wrote him, he replied back to my letter, in which he stated that his schedule was too busy to welcome me at the Elysee Palace. I attempted to write for a second time. The third time, there was no feedback, and I was still struggling with a virus to heal. So I knew that President François Hollande could not do it anymore because he was in Washington with President Barack Hussein Obama, who refused to do the project. So eventually, like President Barack Hussein Obama did against General Flynn, when President Trump took office, President Obama told President Trump that General Flynn was not a good general. And you know what happened. We know what happened. He gave a different idea to President Trump about General Flynn. And I believe that is what happened to me too with François Hollande and President Barack Obama. He discouraged President Hollande to help this project. So I stayed in France. My life was in danger and I was sick. I flew to Switzerland. In Switzerland, over there, many times they tried to kill me to make it look like an accident, an incident. I was always been saved by the protection and the grace of God. Who wanted to kill me in Switzerland? No one knows me over there. I do not have European contact in Switzerland. Someone was following me. Someone was stalking me. So the incident went to the court. The court until today did not set up a trial day, although my lawyer had already introduced my file against X and Y, X and sorry, my English is losing, X and Y. So it means that I filed against individual without naming the name. So as you can see, there was corruption going on in that file. So I was quiet and confident that God will always keep on protecting me. So my asylum I asked in Switzerland so they don't force me to return to the Congo, because the consulate in 2014 refused my return to the United States. And to struggle in Europe legally, I had to file for asylum, because that was the way I came to the United States. But corruption went very high, and I was asked by the federal government of Switzerland to leave the country while I still have a pending trial against X and Y during the incident in which they planned to assassinate me, but it didn't work. A picture of my wounds was posted on my social accounts. If you remember, it was, I believe, in 2014 or 2015. Yes, during that time. So I fled Switzerland for Germany. I went to Germany. It was even worse, because I realized that I was in a big trap. Chancellor Merkel was a friend of Barack Obama. So as soon as the immigration department of Germany knew that I was coming from the United States and I had a resident permit and my name information was disclosed, they transferred me to a facility 180% Muslim. So that is where they set up the trap to have me kill again and make it look like an incident. I'm not going to talk about that incident here, but there have been police reports filed in Germany, in Switzerland, to prove my case that there was an attempt about my life in those two countries. The worst, my asylum case in Germany was sabotaged. At the end, it was a clear message that I was not welcome in Germany. I don't know people in Germany, but I wasn't welcomed. Like I said, I'm not going to discuss all the details, but there are police reports filed already. So Germany wanted me to leave the country or be sent back to the Congo Republic, the country in which I asked asylum against the current president. So I left Germany to ask protection in Switzerland. Over there, they follow me. The people who want me dead follow me in Switzerland. Again, an incident happened, which, when I say incident, there was an attempt to have me killed. And then I call it incident. The police report was filed because I was encouraged to do that, to go to the police and share my story. Who was the person I was believing could be responsible for plotting against my life? President Barack Hussein Obama. Why? Because in my confidential letter I signed to President Barack Hussein Obama, it was for the interest of the United States, for them to learn about what I have to say regarding the science of the pyramid and climate change. That letter, it was the problem. But I was defending the interests of the United States as a resident. Or I may assume that he was perhaps after me for other reason. Or perhaps climate change, because we have a different ideology about the concept of what is causing climate change. So then, from Switzerland, because they keep on following me and making my life hard to settle, I came to Paris in 2019. I was still sick. I was actually recovering from my sickness with the viruses, which I was able to heal using a cure God gave to me in the dream. So I was healed. So here in Paris, 2019, I tried to look at things, try to make up, to understand what is happening. Then I noticed that every place I have been, the Obama family have been coming. In Switzerland, Michelle Obama was there while I was during the time of my trial in court with the judge, immigration judge. Michelle Obama had already made contact with Switzerland because she was coming there, and she came in March. If you do some research, you will see that she was in Switzerland during my presence over there. That was the time my asylum case was sabotaged, and they want me to return back to Germany by force, and I refused. That's why I came to Paris. I came to Paris. Few months later, guess what? Michelle Obama was in Paris. She was in Paris. I learned about her coming when her presence on TV, when there was a burning of the Notre Dame de Paris church, and she was in the boat. That's why she was there, and the fire was burning, and then I could see that she was in Paris. But God had already told me in the dream that Barack is coming for you in Paris. So then, after her, the husband came. When the husband came, I informed the French authority that my life was in danger because of that and that and this and that. Barack Obama was the primary suspect. The French authority did not want to take it seriously. I did all the paperwork that I should do to file, but the French authority did not provide me with the protection, the protection that is required when an individual is claiming to be under someone. When an individual claims that he is the target of a politician from the United States, they couldn't believe that was possible. But in fact, I was speaking the truth. They let me down, the Department of Justice of France, when I went there. So I decided to protect myself, and Barack Hussein, President Barack Hussein, came to Paris. He did what he has to do. When he left, wherever I was assisted by the government of France, my life was no longer the same because I was being spied. They were spying on me. And I knew that Barack Obama gave instruction to his friends in Paris, to some people in the government, to possibly make the job that he could not do, from people in Germany, in Switzerland, and in Holland. Now he was coming personally in France to make sure the job is done. But you know what? When you believe in God, and God has a mission that He has given you to carry on, God will protect you. And God has told me many times, Barack Obama is becoming an obstacle to the Pyramid Project and climate change for the United States and the world. It's up to you, it's up to me to tell you the story, and I'm telling you the story. Now, Fast and Furious, God wants me to give this message to President DonaldJ.Trump and Secretary Pompeo and the Justice Department under President DonaldJ.Trump. Fast and Furious, God had revealed long time ago to me that it was put together to give weapon. Now listen very carefully, to give military-style weapon to civilian inside the United States. Those civilians are not Christian. Those civilians are people who follow the ideology of the 44th President of the United States, Mr. Barack Hussein Obama. I saw the gun, the way they look. How can I say it? Precision gun, heavy gun that only the military can use. If you go back to Fast and Furious secret files sealed, you have to bring it back to life, because the life of people is in danger in the United States. This message is from God to Barack Hussein Obama to tell him that you keep on messing on God's project. You keep trying to kill me, God's sign to help humanity. Now God is telling some of the secret that you don't know, that you never know could transpire. But look, I don't live, I'm not there, but God can still speak to me, meaning He can give the same truth to somebody else too, and with details that you may know or you may not know. So this message is for President DonaldJ.Trump. Beware, be careful. Republican leaders, be careful. Democrats, good Democrats, this is wrong. We cannot allow an individual to give weapon to civilian because they have the same religious ideology. What's going to happen? The Christian and other are under threat in the lands which belong to them. I don't mind people coming to America and, like to any other country, serving this country. That's what I'm doing. And I would have done the same thing if I was a French citizen, or a German citizen, or a British citizen, or a Japanese citizen. But what I'm saying is wrong is that God said to tell you, Fast and Furious gun are in the hands of some civilian in the United States. Now, sorry, I am outside, and here the law is very strict on wearing the mask, so my mask just fell down and I have to catch it up. I like the breeze, so it makes me feel good to speak outside. Now you see that President Barack Hussein Obama has been after me. I filed a complaint with the Department of Justice this last year, and unfortunately I have not received any reply yet. But fortunately I signed a copy of the file to Attorney General Raymond Barre. The report is in French. I hope he had the curiosity and the intelligence to translate it so we can have the content of it. And I am not afraid to die, Mr. Barack Hussein Obama. As you can see, for 8 years, you have failed. God let you fail to let you know that the day He will decide that I will leave this earth, it will be done by His will, not by your will, as an assassin. Now I see why you killed Kaddafi. And now I understand why you killed Kaddafi, because it's not about politics, it's about certainly jealousy. President Barack Hussein Obama does not want to see other black people become important in our society. It has to be only him. What could explain then his attempt to sabotage the Pyramid Project and climate change? His motivation, his goal, to have me killed and make it look like an accident while he will be innocently sitting in his house. No, it's jealousy. And I don't blame you for that. But you know, we are all different. But remember, God told me to tell you too that He continue in this path of trying to trouble my life, or trying to disturb the Pyramid Project and climate change. He has a surprise for you. I have seen it. I will not ask God to give you mercy. I can't. Look at what you did to my life for 8 years. Look at what you did to the project for humanity for 8 years. Look at what you did to Kaddafi, a brother. You allowed the killing by using Sarkozy, President Sarkozy, because you knew that you couldn't do it by yourself. You have to pretend Sarkozy do the job, kill Gaddafi, and then I will say you kill Gaddafi. the same thing you try to do with my life. You are using people around to have me killed. And then people say he was killed by foreigners. No, the mastermind was President Barack Hussein Obama. I hope this video found everyone in good shape, and I will ask you, all of you human beings, to show support to the Pyramid Project and climate change. Today, the coronavirus has completely shut down the world economy, especially the United States. Now, what would happen to the climate change God had shown me in the dream? You don't know. You don't have any idea. But I want you to know that I have done my job, and wherever I have been trying to help humanity, someone came along to decide otherwise. And that person is President Barack Hussein Obama. You must tell your children that he was the main character who played against that project. If we are late on this project, it is because of him. But we cannot allow him to rule on us, because we are children of God. We have love in our hearts. We are not cold-hearted. We don't have hatred about anybody. We just want to serve humanity in peace, with law and order and justice for all. If I missed some part of this talk, but the overall concept was, President Barack Obama, now you are being exposed. And I hope you will stop spying on me. And I hope you will stop stalking on my life. And I hope you will stop infiltrating people. When you know I am here, you will make people go in just to find out about what I'm doing. And for which purpose? I hope you will stop. Because, you see, there are many things you have done in secrecy, but God has the power to reveal those things to anyone He wants to. As a missionary, a former missionary for a spiritual path, the law of silence is very important, and we respect it as we are dealing with the effort of men on earth. But when God says, disclose this, I will obey. So, Fast and Furious must be bring back to life. And the people who receive the gun must return the gun for the safety of all. My brothers, do not make war against your other brother. The land belongs to the Christian. So respect that land, so that when the Christian go to your land, they also find peace. We no longer should let people divide us. That should be over. And I hope this message finds you in good heart. Thank you. May God bless you.